He's back!
Se maconha segurando, olha a via safada relaxando, olha a pica safada sem vergonha, você toda na pica doida de maconha, pede atenção pro bagulho é doidão, trava essa puta ficando safada, senta malvada, quica malvada, trava na ponta da pica e não para, senta malvada, quica malvada, trava na ponta da pica e não para, senta malvada, quica malvada, trava na ponta da pica e não para, ai, senta palhaço, vai sentar palhaço, vai sentar.
He's back!
Se maconha segurando, olha a via safada relaxando, olha a pica safada sem vergonha, você toda na pica doida de maconha, pede atenção pro bagulho é doidão, trava essa puta ficando safada, senta malvada, quica malvada, trava na ponta da pica e não para, senta malvada, quica malvada, trava na ponta da pica e não para, senta malvada, quica malvada, trava na ponta da pica e não para, ai, senta palhaço, vai sentar palhaço, vai sentar.
He's back!
Se maconha segurando, olha a via safada relaxando, olha a pica safada sem vergonha, você toda na pica doida de maconha, pede atenção pro bagulho é doidão, trava essa puta ficando safada, senta malvada, quica malvada, trava na ponta da pica e não para, senta malvada, quica malvada, trava na ponta da pica e não para, senta malvada, quica malvada, trava na ponta da pica e não para, ai, senta palhaço, vai sentar palhaço, vai sentar.
He's back!
All right. Good morning. I had some things to say, and this is really an impromptu show because technically I am going to stick with a schedule of live streaming starting next week, apparently. I will only be doing live streams if I do a live stream on Tuesdays. But something in my spirit led me to come on here to talk about how, when it comes to the news, I wish that they would quit telling people's business. But then again, they need to keep talking about some of the stuff that is going on. And, it was kind of sitting, and I don't know, it was kind of sitting on my heart that that I come and talk about this. Um, the Adriana Smith story about what is happening right now with this young lady over here in Atlanta that has been declared brain dead, but she is being kept on life support because she's pregnant and her baby still has a heartbeat. So they're making this entire controversy about this child who is clearly, not only from what I can sense, and I can feel it very heavily, that, and I just got chills throughout my entire body, that that woman wants her child to survive. Like, I believe that Adriana Smith wants her child to live. And the family, her family, is upset about the abortion laws that says that as long as there's a heartbeat, they have to keep her on life support. And they're actually upset about this. Uh, and they're making this about this whole abortion controversy. Um, Maybe they don't understand what brain dead means. People can be brain dead, but still have a vital body. So, and this confirms my thought process behind how the human body works and the spirit. I believe that everything does come from the brain, but I also think that the heart is like a second brain. It's like a it's like a secondary, but then again, it's a main brain of the body. So, you know, why they want to take her off of life support so bad, knowing that that life support is sustaining the life of that baby, it is very disturbing to me. And I can imagine that whoever the father of the child is more than likely wants his kid to survive. But I don't know the whole story. I'm not reading necessarily the situation to get exact details. But I just, the news gets on my nerve because we're constantly having to process all of this information that has nothing to do with us. And I personally think that the news has caused a lot of people to lose their mind. I think the news does take away from the privacy. I think that this situation is very private, and being that it is in the news makes it susceptible to public opinion. And so I wouldn't have an opinion about it at all if it were not in the news, but just to give my opinion of it. And this is not the whole situation is emotional, but I'm sorry, this is not about women's rights. I don't know why they're trying to make this about women's rights. And again, women are never going to have rights until we start protecting the best interests of the children. Children cannot have rights until the woman is fully given rights, right? But just intuitively, I can tell you that that woman does not want her baby to die. I don't know. I just have a feeling that her spirit is saying, don't take me off of life support. Keep me on life support until my baby is vital enough to be delivered, and then take me off life support. I feel like that's what she's screaming. And I was looking at her mother and I'm thinking, why don't you want your grandbaby to live? And then, I'm not coming down on the mother because I obviously what the hell she's going through is awful. And my condolences to her because, but I don't think that that's an answer. So they're trying to make it look like, oh, she's just incubating the baby. Yeah, that's exactly what women do. And there have been cases of women, there's been plenty of cases of pregnant women that have went into comas, and they've kept those pregnant women connected to life support until it was safe to deliver the baby by cesarean. And so this wouldn't be the first time something like this has happened in history. But right now, because of current abortion laws, they're trying to make this about abortion laws, and it's so strange to me. And it's starting, for me, it's starting to get so traumatizing that I need to get back to my grassroots and just ignore the news, like, for the most part, and do some healing, because it just, I don't know why every time I run into an article about that story, I just see her fighting for her baby. Like I literally see Adriana Smith. Like, that's the one thing that's coming through very clear for me, without the cards, that she wants that child to live. If you were a mother in that position, you would want your children to live. And all these abortion rights activists, like, to me, right now, abortion rights activists are being just as bad as people that are denying women abortions. Like, right now, like, you don't know what this woman wants, and you're rallying and doing all of this stuff, but that woman wants her child to live. Like, that's that's basic parenting. Like, that's at the core of every parent. That's at the core of every parent, every good parent. Most parents in this world do not want to outlive their kids. They don't want to see their kids die. They want to, and then, of course, on the other side, no child wants to see their mother pass away or go through that. But, like, when you think about it, it's called the cycle of life. And there's people that are very, very different. They're very different when it comes to that. They more so, I guess, they look at children as burdens. It's so traumatizing. It really is, to me. Um, for me, and I feel like, I don't know, ever since I've read this story, because technically when somebody is brain dead, it's like they're almost like, how, like, when you get it's like a it's like sleep paralysis in reverse, right? So you're actually technically dead, but you're still consciously aware of what's going on. So this woman, she is she she basically, she ended up having, like, I think it was either tumors or aneurysms, or something was wrong with her brain. Something went wrong with her brain. And so they could not save her. And I mean, now keep in mind that while they are focusing on this whole controversy, she could literally miraculously heal and wake up from that. Like, let's keep that in mind too. Like, it ain't over for her. Like, if I were ministering that family, I would stick to my guns on what I believe. She could still pull through that situation. This doesn't mean that she's gone. So that's number one, right? And I would never I wouldn't go through. I wouldn't be going. Yeah, no, never, because I couldn't. Mm-mm. But if it were me in that situation, I would be doing ritual to heal my child. I would, because she could still wake up from that. Just because somebody's brain dead doesn't mean that they're completely dead. Like, miracles have happened. So I think that they should keep her on life support. And why fight for her to get off of life support? I understand that it's difficult. I couldn't even imagine having a family member on life support. I would like, oh my God, like I wouldn't even, no, I wouldn't even envision that. But if that were to happen, I would keep them on life support. Like, it's hard, it's difficult, but I think that they should not give up on her. I think that at least, here's what I believe should happen. As long as that baby is still alive and fighting for its life, and she's fighting for the life of her child, I think that not only should they wait until it's safe to deliver the baby, but then also after the child is born, they should give that child time to spend with the mother, even though she's brain dead. She's still functioning. It's just that her brain is gone. Like, she doesn't, like her, like she's like unconscious. But I think that it would be good for the baby to be uh to remain in her womb, and for her to be kept on life support until the baby is strong enough to be born. And then they should give that child time with the mother. I feel like I'm her. I feel like I'm walking with her for some reason. And I feel like what she would want is for her baby to be born, for her to be kept on life support, the baby to be born, and for her to be able to physically touch her child. Like, they could literally put that baby in her arms and give them skin on skin contact that might bring her back. I, and I think that what ends up happening is that, like, I think that they need to put the whole abortion law thing to the side and start really connecting to the situation, instead of making this about, well, I want to fight this law because this ain't right. Right now, that law is actually giving them an opportunity. This is an opportunity right now for them to do right by this mother and her child. And it's so difficult reading things like that. It's like, it's oh my God. Anyway, my prayers are going to be going up for her. Seriously, because it's really, I'm not standing in judgment of her mother at all. I'm not, but I think that she needs to really connect to what her daughter wants. It's not about what's difficult or what's hard for you. It's about what your child wants. And that Adriana Smith, I think that's her name. I'm pretty sure that's her name. She wants to live. She wants that child to live. That's the truth. Now, also another thing, without talking to those people personally, you never know how the news is trying to spin it. You never know. You know what I'm saying? They could just be spinning it for their own narrative. And, but I'd have to look at the articles. I know that her mother spoke out. I just, I don't think people should make every decision based upon some kind of controversy. Like, you should make decisions based upon what's in the heart. What is this mother saying intuitively? What is she like I can hear her loud and clear. I'm deeply disturbed, just FYI, and I don't think I'm the only one who is an empath that is deeply disturbed by a lot of what we see in the news and hear about, because like, yeah, it's disturbing to see so many people disconnected. And I think that that's one of my main things that disturbs me. And then thinking about the tribe that I come from, how they would handle the situation. Like, here's another thing. There should be somebody there looking out for her, making sure that her body is safe. You know, they used to do things like that. One thing I can tell you about our spirituality that so many people ignore is how, and it's still going on in other cultures. You know, if something like this were to happen in other cultures other than, you know, the United States of America, where, you know, Christianity just disconnects us from every fucking thing, there would be medicine people or people from their tribes and stuff that would look after the body of somebody that's brain dead, because nobody wants bad spirits inhabiting the body of their loved one. Nobody would want that. That's something that's very serious when it comes to your family. And I was thinking about that heavily yesterday, about family and how families are just constantly being torn apart, and how people don't really know how to be family anymore. And I think that what really breaks my heart is when families are torn apart because of religious beliefs, because of man-made religion. I hate that. I do. It's extremely disturbing. And a lot of these people that believe in these man-made beliefs, even though if it were their family, they would think differently. You know, people always want the best for theirs, but then when it comes to other people, you know, there's people out there that literally, you know, even though I would not be the only one with these beliefs, you know, they want me dead because I said it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got people out there that literally know what the fuck I'm saying is real, but because I said it, that I, you know, I want her to die. Cause, and it's like, well, you're not gonna get your wish, but you know, it's just insanity. It really is. It's just insanity. People are tapped out. They are not connected, especially when it comes to that racism bullshit. Racism on any gamut, I don't get down with it. I don't want nothing to do with it. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with that. Not like go, 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 get up out of my face with that ignorant, hateful shit, because you get ready to have a heart attack or a stroke. That racism shit don't do nothing but cause strokes and heart attack and mental illness, man. I just, so, you know, looking at this sister, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I can hear her. And you know how, like, it's been like this whole thing in social media, which is totally a fraud, but it is a part of the new age social engineering, to where Black women, we don't care about our kids, and they'll even do everything in their power. Like, it's funny how if you're a mother and you're trying to get back to your kids, I'm gonna pray that sister wake up. I am. I should do some fucking free work for her, just to wake her up, heal her mind, and wake her up. I should do that just because I can, and I should. You know what I'm saying? People will strive towards, we'll put spells and curses and prayers on people to purpose. Like, I've been seeing it for years. And a lot of people, are not like me. They're not equipped to deal with that shit. They'll put spells and spirits in certain people just so that they can prove a point. This is not just with Black people. Like, I see this happening with white folks too. Narcissistic people doing rituals. Oh, I said this and I said that. And in order for me to prove that I'm right about that, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna purposely manipulate some shit to try to make it happen. And then, like I said, everybody is not equipped with that, because there's some sick people in this world. Like, I see people right now praying that they take her off of life support and that child dies. That's not her wishes, though. In fact, she's trying to wake up. So, as a shaman, as somebody that knows about stuff like this, like, instead of saying, oh, the good Lord is taking her home and all that stuff, man, they need to be trying to pull her back. This is what it's like, when I look at this world, like, it's just like, oh my goddess. Oh God. She has other children. People give up too easily. You'll never give up on your child. You'll never give up on your family. And what I see is because of an abortion controversy, which obviously the lady wasn't trying to have no abortion. What the fuck does abortion laws have to do with what's going on here? I think it's ridiculous. I do. I think it's I do. And you know what, y'all? I'm gonna end this by saying this. I just want to get away from you crazy ass motherfucking people. I am sick and tired of fucking possessed and stupid ass fucking people. That's really what I want to say. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I am. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of people being disconnected spiritually. I'm tired of dealing with that shit. I really am. I'm sick and tired of it. Yeah. I am. I'm just tired of hearing about it. I'm sick of YouTube showing me these news articles and shit, trying to capture my eye. I am. I'm tired. I got my own family to think about, and that's all I'm thinking about is my family. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're supposed to think about. That's what you're supposed to, regardless if you're a high priestess or a witch or you have a social media account or a YouTube channel. Your focus can't go on other people that need to go and figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just so weird and bizarre how, and I was looking at some stuff about narcissistic people, and narcissistic people with parasocial obsessions is what I was looking at, and how there's actually people in social media that are sick enough. They are sick enough to, and I don't think this is necessarily right, especially if you don't know how to love somebody, but especially when you don't even know a person, never met them, and you have an obsession with them, and in your sick mind you think that person somehow belongs to you, And I think that those are some of the most mixed up and fucking confused people in this world. And they make they cause so many fucking problems. I mean, it just is crazy. It really is. And we are in a battle with those types of people, y'all. We are in a battle with them because they got they stanking asses running around here trying to use witchcraft and all kind of shit. That's why I don't fuck with the Bible. That's why they do. Because in the Bible, it says that any, I guess, a slave, you can read the Bible and decide, I'm a slave master. And I say that that person and that person and that person, they all belong to me. Uh, what? Yes, whatever I feel that I want to try to do to them. And it's so fucking bizarre. It really is. It's fucking bizarre. Social media is fucking bizarre. Anyway. Have a happy Thursday, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Very impromptu video that I did that I decided to do. Otherwise, I will only be doing lives every Tuesday. Okay. Anyway, happy Thursday to y'all. Hail to Zeus, hail to Aries, and I'll see y'all later. Blessings. Bye bye.